Hi everybody. I've just been watching a video of a YouTube user who I'm sure most of you already know. He's a young lad called Joey, and his YouTube name is Apple. Hang on a second. Totally Apple. And I was watching the video he's just made of an unboxing video of his new iPod Touch, and it's first of all, you should check out Joey's videos because Joey does fantastic videos. I mentioned Joey quite a while back when I was talking about young YouTubers, and I watch all of Joey's videos. And for a young lad, and I don't mean that patronisingly, Joey, but for a young lad, he's very, very mature, very intelligent, and makes great videos. Anyway, he was doing an unboxing video of this iPod Touch 2nd generation that he's just bought, and he was just doing something with it that spurred me to make another video. And and the reason why I wanted to make a video is because I do the same type of thing, and it's mainly about me and about my habits, bad habits, or whatever you want to call them. Probably bad habits, actually, and certainly my wife would say bad habits. Joey had just got the iPod Touch out of the packaging, and it had only been out for about 5 minutes, and already Joey was polishing the back of it. Now, like most Apple users, and this isn't, by the way, this isn't a PC bashing video or anything like that, but like most Apple users, we've all used Windows at one point or another, primarily before we used Apple, and kind of like only use PCs when absolutely needed or when it involves our work. And with the PCs that I've owned in the past, in any case, you know, they've been the stereotypical type of ugly beige box type thing and the horrible monitors. Now I know they've changed a bit from them, but there's still some PC manufacturers that make some ugly PCs, and I know that the point could be argued, you know, well, as long as it does the job, that's all very well and good. Well, as far as Vista's concerned, it doesn't do the job, so it's ugly and it doesn't do the job either. But I just wanted to tell you a story about my O.C.D, which is like for those that don't know, obsessive compulsive disorder. Now, it's probably stemmed a lot from me being in the army, because of the regiment I was in. I was in a regiment called the Irish Guards. Now the Irish Guards, when they're not fighting in wars and stuff like that, they stand outside Buckingham Palace, and so, you know, attention to detail and you know, your kit, your boots, your belt, all those types of things have got to be immaculate at all times, because you're guarding the Queen of England. Well, anyway, when I started getting over to Apple Macs and stuff like that, there, Macs aren't just computers. You know, some people would say, and I would say, that some of the models are works of art, like the Cube. I mean, the Cube is, if you go to Alfred, his website, he's done a fantastic thing with LED lighting and stuff like that in his Cube, and has turned it into a centerpiece in his home. And then you look at the you know, MacBooks, MacBook Pros, and the new iMacs, even the old iMacs and the iMac G4. They are beautiful pieces of architecture, and I'm not talking about the internal architecture, the architecture of the system. I'm just talking about the whole aesthetics behind it. Anyway, I am constantly cleaning all my Macs, my iPod, you know, even these little things here. I'm constantly cleaning them to keep them white all the time, and you know, my wife she's got a MacBook, and you know, she just uses it, and then, you know, she'll put it neatly away, but she very rarely cleans it. But it's always me to clean, you know, gives it a little wipe over with a wet wipe or whatever. And it's the same with the mice, you know. I'm constantly taking these apart and cleaning them and stuff like that, and trying to keep them as nice as I can. And I hate it when I go on eBay and I see like a Mac, you know, a MacBook Pro or something like that there, and it's all scratched and dented, and I think to myself, how the hell did these people allow them to get into this state? Anyway, there's where I live in England, there's the closest Apple retail store to me, I think, is Sheffield, which is about a 2.5 hour drive away. So I don't get to go into the Apple stores that much. The closest technology shop to me is PC World. And in the PC World beside me, it's quite a big store, but it has a very, very small section dedicated to Apple products, and it has out like the new MacBooks, the new MacBook Pros, has an old the old MacBooks, and it has a 24-inch iMac, and that's all. And only up until about 3 months ago had they started selling things like the airport base station and that type of thing. Up until then, it was purely just the systems and maybe the odd keyboard or mouse that they would sell, and obviously iPods and iPhones. But anyway, a long time ago, when they had just the systems in, I was across the PC World, and the systems were absolutely stinking, real dirty, and it was obviously because people coming in and using them and stuff like that. And the guys that were working there, I am sure that they get more commission for selling PCs. After all, it is PC World. But at the end of the day, they're still there to do a job, and they're still there to sell Apple products because they're in their store. But they purposely let these products just go really, really dirty and horrible so that people wouldn't buy them. And I actually heard a salesperson talking to a customer and saying, because the customer was interested in buying I think it was a MacBook or something like that, and he said, listen, this is how bad they are. They get dirty real easy and all that. But what he didn't explain to the person, and the person should have known this already, was that there's about 200 or 300 people come through that store every day, maybe even 1,000 people come through that store every day, and maybe 40% of them will go and at least touch the MacBook. That's not going to happen with that customer's house, Anyway, and you're all going to think I'm completely crazy and bonkers and stuff like that. On the very few occasions that I do get out and get over, like my wife will take me over, and she gets highly embarrassed about this. I'll slip I'll ask her to bring over like a little travel pack of wet wipes with her in her handbag, and we'll go across to PC World. And I'm going across generally to look at other technology things. I'm not going specifically for this, but I would go across to look at new things coming out. Like for instance, when the new MacBooks came out, I wanted to see what it looked like in the flesh. And every now and again, when I would go across, I would secretly pull out this little wet wipe and clean the MacBooks down, or the MacBook Pro, or the iMac, and especially the keyboards. Now, I know that's incredibly sad, but from what I could see in Joy's videos, he's the same type of thing. Most of us Mac users, we look at our products as centerpieces. They're not it's not just a boring old poxy computer. They're beautiful things. So does anybody else do the same type of thing? Maybe not to the extent that I do, but do you guys that are Mac owners, do you view your Apple equipment as like something that you really, really cherish, not just because it can do a job for you or help you through your business, but because you love the look of the product and stuff like that? I mean, like, I personally, I love looking through, looking at other Apple users, their setups. I get a magazine over here called Mac Format, and they have a piece in there every month where they will take photographs of a specific Mac user's setup, and I love looking at it. And I wrote a letter in a long time ago to them saying, out of all the PC magazines, I've never seen this type of feature being used. And to be honest with you, who in their right mind would want to look through photographs of PC units? But anyway, that's what I just wanted to make this video about that, and see what the responses were, how you react, and how you feel about your Apple products and stuff like that. So thanks for listening. By the way, guys, I'm going to be doing a little Christmas video, hopefully coming up soon with the kids. So I'll see you all then. Bye.